Content warning. The following show contains tobacco smoking. I can't believe I actually have to say that out loud these days. Discussions of fictitious violence, a whole lot of nerd stuff, possibly some political commentary, but we try not to get too deep. And of course, a whole bunch of wackiness. With all that said, viewer discretion is advised. Well, you said something. Yeah, we did. We actually said something on this one. So yeah, let's see if this comes through working. Now that you're doing Instagram live, you really have to figure out how to put all that stuff on Instagram in a way that isn't yeah, yeah. Who knows? Maybe. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. You gonna start the music or what? Well, hello everyone. How you guys doing out there? As you guys can hear my co-host in the back, I am Solar Gray, the cinematic sorcerer, coming at you from the Wizard's Tower. And welcome to the dark side of the room. Ahoy, ahoy, and hello to all of you guys. Oh, the sound is low on Twitch, huh? Let me see what I can do on fixing that here. Yeah. Have you tried turning your Twitch up? Yeah, that could be it. Because, once I'm streaming, I'm just kind of stuck. But it doesn't seem. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot. I just have the music a little lower today. And. How's that? Alright, let's hope that that's the thing. And I'm letting you guys know right now, my computer is acting a little wonky. So we'll see how today goes. And if you guys want to, okay, yeah, fair enough. If you guys want to get a hold of me today, God, my bit rate is terrible. I'm actually wondering, like, what is going on with my signal today? Because, man. But that's okay. I've had a few technical difficulties, and now I'm back. I'm bad. I'm black, and I am out of my mind, actually. So, let's hope. Wait, let me just, let me take a look here. Because, yeah, you guys got me sweating now. It's like, am I too loud? I don't know. So, Oh. Oh, well, that's desktop audio. How is that coming in? I'm getting a little bit yellow from where I'm at, but, yeah, hopefully that works a little better. Anyhow, now that we've got all this stuff, hey, what is going on? Yeah, choppy here on Instagram. Yeah, it is. My whole thing is being chopped up, and I'm not sure why. So, either way, am I ever in my mind? Yeah, most of the time in the middle of the night when I'm trying to sleep, and I get, never mind. That is not what we are here for. Today, we are here about games and fun and amusement, and yeah, it looks like I am coming a little bit choppy, and I think the problem is, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, hopefully this is a little better. I tried something today. Yeah, I tried something today, and yeah, it didn't quite work out the way that I had hoped. Alright, yeah, it didn't work out exactly the way that I hoped, but let's see if this is a bit better. So hopefully I'm not coming in as choppy. And let's see, stuff is going relatively smooth here on Twitch, and stuff is looking like it's going pretty well on Instagram, and stuff looks like it's going pretty well on YouTube. My poor computer is actually screaming, if you can hear. All right, yep. You see, what I had done today, everybody, was I tried to upgrade my system to put out at 4K. And you know what happened? That's what happened. So, yep, I'm at 1080p. I will probably take it all the way down to 720 for a little while longer until I upgrade my equipment. But now that we're back, and yeah, we're back, we're here, we're doing the thing. If you guys got any questions, compliments, all that other stuff, please send an email to backinthedeck@gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK@gmail.com. And hopefully I'll be getting that. You can also reach out to me on my Instagram, as some people are watching there. And of course, you can hit me up. Well, I would say you can hit me up on Twitter, but I'm going to change this title card because I don't use Twitter. Even before last week, I didn't use Twitter very much. I tried to get on there and people just keep trying to sell me stuff. It's kind of the same way on Instagram. I'm like, hey, what is going on with some people painting miniatures? And it's like, are you broke? You should play this solitary game. Oh! So anyway, now that I'm back and I'm here, we have some really fun stuff to check out today. All right, so man, I wish my lag on Instagram Live wasn't the same, but hey, you know what, I'm doing this on 3 platforms, trying to get as much attention as possible, so that is kind of the thing. Anyway, let us get into today's topic. Now, if you guys got my Facebook thing going today, or my announcement, I was really going through some technical difficulties today, and it logged me out of Facebook for some reason. But like I was saying, technical issues all up and down the board. My poor little doggo was like, are you gonna spend any time with me? And I'm like, no. No, I'm working, kid. This is, welcome to what it's like to being a kid in the 80s. So oh man, but yeah, so now that I got all of this stuff worked out, yeah, you can hear her in the back going, I should be cuddling with you on your lap. So, as you guys know, I've been reworking the channel since I've been working so many day jobs. For the love of money. And given that I've been working so many day jobs, I had to take some time off of broadcasting. So I had to give some thought to where I wanted to take the channel, what I'm going to do. There's specializing and stuff like that. But one of my big things is, once you get on a niche in video production on the interwebs, that is where you are. That is where you stay. Oh God, get that out of your mouth. All right, I will be right back, guys. I'll be right back. No. Put that down. Put that down. Put that down. No. Where are you going? I'm very glad that I'm good with kids. Anyway, yeah, so let's see here. Am I being choppy again? Nope, nope, nope. I just got a couple of second lag. That's all good. All right. So, now that we're here and we're doing this whole thing, what is that? Hands. Oh. Hey, well, thank you. Handing me a working lighter. That's really nice. Thank you very much, Neon. So, oh, no, that's Emperor Panda. Oh, good job. So, now that we've got that going, like I was saying, before Scraps decided to grab a piece of equipment that I should not have on the floor, essentially, I don't want to be a Warhammer channel. I don't want to be a D&D channel. Nicotine patch. Yeah, no, thanks, but, good looking out. Yeah, good looking out, Silo. Anyway, so in accordance to all that stuff, I'm like, what am I going to do? And now I have it. All right, now I think I know what I'm going to do. I still want to talk to you guys about games and interacting with people and stuff like that. But given the state of the world as it is, I've been studying a lot of things, and I've come to notice almost one major axiom. And that is Mage of the Ascension channel. Yes, if I was fiscally well off enough to only have you as a viewer, Neon. But between the RPGs and the tabletop war games and, of course, the miniature painting and the scenery building, that's a lot. And I'm like, a lot of people have like 5 or 6 different channels. And if I had over 30K followers on this channel, then I could just like pop you guys over to that one and over and over and all that stuff. But nope, that is not what I'm gonna do. Okay. So this is what I've decided to give a shot to. Okay. Now, I'm gonna keep telling you guys about games. Matter of fact, for the next couple of hours, I'm gonna tell you guys about quite a few games, because since I now have the time and I have the editing bay up and running, what I want to do with you guys is prepare for playing games solo, so that I can play them, film them, put them on the Patreon, and then a little later on I can put them on the YouTube channel. There's a lot of games that I can play solo, and I mean a lot. Matter of fact, I have more games in my house than I actually should, between the 3D printer garden, and all of the digging and sleuthing I do. I mean, you guys, I'm not going to say I'm a gaming hipster, because I'm not like, oh no, that was all last week, now I'm into this. No. I'm just into a lot of different things. Anything I can do to play with my little toys and maybe get a few other people interested in playing with toys with their families, or maybe even with me if I get so lucky. Who's to say? So with that being said, I wanted to go over some of the games that have really been on my mind lately outside of D&D. I haven't been doing a lot of tabletop role playing because that requires, well, every time I run a game over at the Guild House or Guild House Games in Bellflower, California, it literally cost me about $15 to do, because it's gas and, maybe a soda or a cup of coffee while I'm there. And that becomes a thing. So yeah, and that is that's kind of a lot. So I'm kind of stuck in a place where I'm going to be playing a lot of games by myself for a little while until I can get more finances in. So on my docket, I want to tell you guys some of the games that I've built terrain for, and I've painted minis for, and I've done a lot of that on the channel. Oh, well, thank you. Congratulations. Yeah. Let's see, since the last time I was here. Oh, you've moved into your own apartment. That is awesome, Panda. Super awesome. You know, having your own space is a real privilege. I can tell you that. I've lived by myself for like the past couple of years, and I've learned two things. One, I don't think I want a roommate, and two, I'm a terrible one. So now that we've got that out the way, let's see. I want to say, hey, what's going on to the people watching on YouTube as well, just so I can be like, hey, what's up? Who's around? How you doing? There we go. There's my thing. So, with all that being said, I have painted a lot, and I mean a lot, of miniatures. A lot of terrain. I've built a lot of terrain. If you guys have been with the channel as long as Xanathades or Neon Arlecchino, you guys can remember a couple of years ago where like every episode was another thing I was building and another way to show terrain. It's all over the place. And I kind of got that itch a couple of days ago, and I'm like, no, I've got too much. No. Oh, you're watching over Discord. Hi, thanks, awesome. That's right. Neon, if you could put an invitation to the Discord, that would be great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through a couple of games, or a few games, and then I'm gonna put up a poll, guys. I'm gonna put up a poll to see what you guys want me to play and record first, all right? So this is how we're going to do this, all right? How we are going to do this is simple, and I mean simple. I am going to give you guys the rundown of each game, how difficult they are, and I'm going to do two things with each game. One, I'm going to record a lesson. Okay. Let's see. I'm live. Not liver. Right now. Hit the link. Hit the link. 3 exclamation points because I am sane. As I was saying, I'm going to be filming a quick turn playthrough. One video will be a discussion of the game that I'll be recording, so that I'll have lots of playlists on the YouTube channel, so that I can be like, hey, if you like Marvel Crisis Protocol, this is the playlist. If you like the DC Universe Miniatures game, here's the playlist. If you're a one-page rules fan, here's the playlist, all right? Or here's the playlist for army level, here's the playlist for individual levels, here's the playlist for the run-through. So we have so many to talk about, all right? So let's get to it. Now, as you guys know, I am a shill, all right? I am an absolute shill. It's like, yep, who are you? I am that guy. I'm a shill, of course, for one-page rules, okay? I love that company. I love what they do. I love how they do it. And, so, being the shill monkey that I am, and I don't like calling myself a monkey for reasons, let's take a look at these guys. Now, with these guys, we have so many games, all right? We have so many games. I mean, look at all this. Look at this, all right? And we're going to go through these one at a time, all right? Now, this company, this game, is essentially put out there for people that have been burned one too many times by Games Workshop and haven't sold off their figures yet. Or they're for people that's thinking about getting into Warhammer 40K and Age of Sigmar and all of that jazz. But, well, let's just say they don't really want to spend the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get into it. Because they lure you in. They're like, hey, $50, and you get 2 squadrons and a little piece of terrain that looks like this. And yeah, that's about the whole thing. Don't fall for it. I'm from the streets. I know what First One's Free is. I know yo. I see your game. I see your game. So they pretty much said this is a model agnostic game. So play with whatever figurines you got. You got Legos, those work. You got Green Army Men, those work. If you ain't got none of that, come on to our website right here at onepagerules.com, and we gonna hook you up. We gonna give you little paper standees, and you can get those all over the internet as well. Okay, so that's a real thing. You can do that. So let's talk about Grimdark Future, which is the army level game if you've got armies and armies and armies of stuff. We've got Age of Fantasy. Now, the difference between these two is one is a grim, dark future where there are no good guys and everyone is terrible. You know, like junior high. And they've pretty much got all of the things from super soldiers to lizard men, to elves that dress in way too revealing clothing for a lot of people. You like it, you got it, there you go. They also have Age of Fantasy. I will take the ring full of sorrow, which is pretty much the same game, but instead of a sci-fi setting with pew-pew laser guns, they've got a fantasy setting with shing-shing swords and throop-throop crossbows, all right? And then there are the skirmish level games. Grimdark Future Firefight, Age of Fantasy Skirmish, all right? Same settings, but instead of having hundreds of miniatures, you have like 10. You have like 10, and the gameplay is a little different. And honestly, it's something that I appreciate. I'm a big fan of them one pages and them rules, all right? They have a couple of other things that they've recently released, such as Star Quest, which is a sci-fi adventure game using the rules from Grimdark Future, except it's got a couple of little tweaks. And this is Star Quest and Age of Fantasy quests, all right? And these are much closer. Thank you very much, Neon. We don't want to go to war today. But yeah, and it's very much you make your little team, you send them on an adventure, and you do a lot of bookkeeping, all right? A whole lot of bookkeeping. Next is Grimdark Future Warfleet. Now, for those of you guys that like games like Battlefleet Gothic, Star Wars X-Wing, and Star Trek Attack Wing, this is pretty much that game, but it's also set with within the realm of the Grimdark Future universe, okay? And finally, if you are an old school gamer, and when I say old school, I'm talking war games, all right? We're talking historical reenactments, the good old rank and flank war games that we're talking about, you know, from way back in the 70s and the 80s. They've got Age of Fantasy Regiments. Like I said, for the people that have been burned by Games Workshop one too many times, yeah, this is the company that said, hey, we got you, boo. So if I were going to play, if you guys want to see some stuff played, what I'm thinking is either Grimdark Future Firefight or Age of Fantasy Skirmish, because quite honestly, those would be a lot easier to film and edit. A lot of people already do so on YouTube, and it does pretty well. I also enjoy playing the game, and you don't really need that much space, excuse me, or that many miniatures. Now, army level games tend to be played on tables that are about 4 feet by 6 feet, and I have one. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. It's right here in the studio, but it would also take me a good couple of hours to set the studio up. All right, now I want you guys to know that filming playthroughs or battle reports actually take a long time. All right, my two favorite battle report channels on YouTube being Play on Tabletop and Tabletop Tactics. Literally, their games can take 6 to 7 hours, and then it takes about 40 hours to cut them down to the 30-minute to an hour format, okay? And they have teams, all right, teams of people doing that. So when I say 40 hours, I mean like 40 man hours, you know, to cut the stuff down, plus rendering time and all that stuff. So I'm thinking about going smaller scale since it's just me. And I should be able to do that pretty consistently. So, um, so there we are. We have um standard fantasy stuff. I might even I should check to see if they have um Lord of the Rings equivalents because these games are based on the Mantic games, Star Wars, and of course, the Warhammer 40K stuff. So that will be in the poll. The next game I've talked about on the channel before is from a company called Tabletop Combat. All right. One of my favorite starter kits, period. This company knows what they are doing. All right. And this game is called Carnivale. All right. It's a historical twist game where what if a portal to the H.P. Lovecraft universe opened up during the Italian Renaissance in Venice? How fun is that? The teams are just amazing. The 2-player starter box, which I have, and I built a 3D representation of this because that's just how I roll. Comes with just about everything. It costs about $100, but I've had it for a little while. Okay. It's 65 pounds, so scale that up to, US dollars. Huh, didn't give me the option to say, "Hey, I'm in America. I'm in America, guys. This is I need to know." But with the factions, and I have stuff from a lot of the official factions, and I have proxies for most of these because I'm all about playing games. I mean, we've got the Masquerari. Isn't these guys fun? Let's see who else we got. There are some of the ones I really like. The main factions. Oh, the Unhinged Understudies. Love these guys. Love these guys a whole lot. These guys are fun. They're part of Commedia dell'arte. And of course, we've got so many other things. This is from the Gifted faction. Yeah. Oh, no products in this collection. Well, there's more. Boop, boop. Oh, God, no products here? I know. Oh, wow. Hang on here. Ah, the Vatican. They got nothing in the doctors, nothing in the guilds. Interesting. Okay, well, either way, let's go back to getting started. Oh, I have to reload the website because it's like, yeah, guess what? None's around. Meh. Yeah. And of course, all of these games come. Ooh, yes, mermaids are playable. And of course, all these games do come with a fantastic, a little army builder. Well, most of them do. Here we go. All right, now let's see. Ah, here we are. The patricians. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Yes, the patricians, the cops. Love these guys. The Strigoi being the vampires. Hey, thank you so much, Emperor Panda, for the subscription. Awesome. This is amazing. Yeah, again, love these guys, love what they do, all of that jazz. Now, I'm a really big fan, and I mean this, a really big fan of the movement mechanic in this game because it plays like Assassin's Creed goes as a board game. And I think that that is pretty awesome. It is. I let the owner of the guild house play the game, or I showed him how to play the game, and his exact words were it's refreshing because it's not just move forward, shoot shoot. It's like, no, man, climb the building. Climb the building and jump off of the building and stab that guy in the face meats. Isn't that fun? Now, next is one I talked about, and this is the one that's really been on my mind. All right? Really has been on my mind. Because they just finished a Kickstarter campaign. And interesting. And their website is terrible. Oh, new releases. I don't want new releases. Here we are. And this is, of course, did anybody else lose audio? Oh, never mind. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man, my audio keeps going out. That is weird. Ah, okay. It's fixed. Cool. This is the DC Universe tabletop miniatures game. And let me see if I can find some images from oh yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. This is a lot better. So yeah, the miniatures look really cool. I showed you guys a thing from it yesterday. But just look at that. Oh, look at this. There we are. Now, this particular game features DC Comics characters up to the Snyderverse. Okay? And but one of the things about this game is I'm pretty sure that it's dying, which really puts it into my wheelhouse. Okay? I love dealing with dead games because there's not a meta. So I can have fun writing scenarios, running teams, that kind of thing. And this company, before they started doing stuff for the DC game, they had the contract for Marvel. So this is one of those games where I can put my Marvel heroes against my DC heroes because I love the idea of the Justice League versus the X-Men, or the Justice League versus the Avengers, or the Avengers versus the Titans. You know, that's something I can really get into. And I'm part of a Facebook group that does custom cards, and they have lots of cards from other companies, including Aliens, Predators, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and other comic properties. Like, don't get me wrong, though. I think, like, they made cards for Gen 13, but I'm pretty sure they should go with the Batman miniatures game, which I don't play. So, moving on. This is a game I've talked about many times on the channel. Dead Zone from Mantic Games. This is an interesting and special game. Especially, it is rather special to me because it is relatively short play, which I like a lot. And this is a really big thing for me. And I mean that. It's always been a very big thing for me. It is designed to be played on a coffee table. Okay, the board is 2 feet by 2 feet, but it's a miniatures game that has a lot of cool teams. Okay, and along with those cool teams, it uses a movement mechanic that I like a lot. All right. Yeah, there's the board. And I'll tell you quite honestly, this game is the game that really gave me inspiration to fix the measurements of my terrain building. Now, everything I do is either 3x3, or they're put together thinking a 3-inch by 3-inch by 3-inch cube. So I very much like it. I have very much fun with it, although sometimes it can take a while to play. And of course, the factions are really fun. This is the one that has Ratmen. Unfortunately, it's going to cost me about $50 to get the Ratmen in. I already have quite a few teams for it, but not the Rats. So that's kind of a thing. If you guys want to donate, just feel free to PayPal through backinthedeck@gmail.com. If you're that bent on watching me play with rats. Now, let's check out some of the factions. Woo boy. Yeah, there we go. Dead Zone factions. I have a lot of the Enforcers. And they're very cool. They act a lot like Space Marines. And, yeah, these guys are tough and they're awesome and they're on the table. I also have a lot of the Infected. All right. The Infected are the zombies. What's in your head? Let's see if I can find them here. Plague. Sorry, not Infected. The Plague. All right. Yeah, I have a lot of these guys. I've got so many of these guys just all over the place. And I like the idea of we go to a different planet. We get infected with something and we just got to live with it. So that's kind of fun. And yeah, the game has a lot. Now, the next few games, oh yeah, I left out a couple. The next few games come from one of my favorite companies, okay? And that is Osprey Games, all right? In my opinion, they are the king of the second-tier gaming market, okay? Primarily because they make a lot of miniatures games, most of them made by a gentleman by the name of Joseph McCullough, and he is amazing, all right? So, with that being said, I could get into our next game, which I've talked about a great deal on this channel over the past year and a half, which is the Rangers of Shadow Deep. All right. This is very much a game designed to be played solo, where you take, well, the next few games, you essentially have your guy, his assistant, and you hire a bunch of mooks, and I should say your character, their assistant, and hire a bunch of mooks to go treasure hunting or to rescue the thing or to find magical artifacts. And with all of these different things, you've got lots of different options. Your main characters can be rangers, such as Rangers of Shadow Deep, where you're like Aragorn, teaming up with Legolas, hiring a bunch of people from the Prancing Pony, and you're going out to get stuff. And the narratives essentially write themselves. Isn't that fun? Hey, hey. Now, I am a big fan of this game. Now, I do want to let you guys know that none of these games that I'll be talking about today have perfect systems. All right? None of them have perfect systems. All of them have one thing or another that could be made better, but there's no such thing as a perfect game, y'all. Like, no such thing as a perfect game. And a lot of people go looking for a perfect game, but that's just not the way it works. So yeah, the Rangers of Shadow Deep. I've got some Rangers minis because, well, what was I saying? This game is also model agnostic, so I picked up a bunch of D&D miniatures. You know, when I end up getting jobs and I have like $5 or $10 to spare, I can go to my local gaming store, be it Dice House Games or Guild House Games, or there's a new one in downtown LA I found out about that I'll be checking out sometime soon. My bitrate is finally getting back to a regular thing. Let me reload this page. And stuff from Milestone Comics? No, unfortunately. Just the Milestone stuff that got bought out by DC. Okay? So as I was saying, yeah, I've got the minis to play this game. It's really awesome. It comes with a little creature deck. It does take a little bit to create your ranger or your pirate or your space pirate. Yeah, we're getting into that. Or your wizard. But after that's done, I can get into that kind of thing. Let's see here. Now the next game on the list. Yeah. The next game on the list and the next few games actually have the same game mechanics. All right? But they have a lot of cool expansions and stuff. Now, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of pieces that I'm not a big fan of. And when I say not a big fan of, what I mean is, interesting. What I mean is I don't like I really do not enjoy bookkeeping. I don't like tracking experience points and stuff when I'm playing by myself. But that's also part of the experience. And whether or not I like it, it's something I could get used to. All right? Now, the next one is a lot like Rangers of Shadow Deep. But this was the one that kind of started it all. Frostgrave. Okay? Also from Joseph McCullough. Also from Osprey Games. And Frostgrave, same simple thing. Except this time you play a wizard and a wizard's apprentice. So, of course, I had to get it, right? And the premise is simple. Now, the next game is Stargrave. Okay? And if you notice, right here on Amazon, each of these books costs $20, but I have all of them already, so isn't that fun? And it's sci-fi adventure in space. And the fun thing about stuff like this is that since you create your own characters, you have the option of creating the crew from Firefly if you want, or creating the crew from Babylon 5 if you want. All right, at least to certain levels. All right. So these are kind of the games that I can play with. And finally, for regular pirates, we've got Frostgrave Ghost Archipelago. Okay, same thing, except this time you're straight up pirate. Okay, ER, hook hand, eye patch, there you go, pirate. The next game, all right, the next game is also from Osprey, and ironically, not from Joseph McCullough. And this one is one that really really caught my attention. All right, this was one that really caught my attention when it first came out, because, well, Hot Wheels. You get to play with Hot Wheels. I'm talking straight up Gaslands, refueled in a post-apocalyptic future. People go demolition derby with automatic weapons to win the race. It's Twisted Metal or Mad Max Fury Road, guys. And the fun part about this game is that it's literally played with Matchbox cars or Hot Wheels. All right, I don't even have to turn on the 3D printers if I didn't want to. Literally, just pull out. I can pull out my Hot Wheels and just play, or I could customize the Hot Wheels to make them look like they're post-apocalyptic things with all that stuff. The levels of creativity are amazing with this game, and it's so much fun. It really is so much fun. Interesting. Let me reload Yeah, let me reload. I'm taking a look. I'm checking to see how all these are going. Because, yeah, there we go. Woohoo! No one's watching on Instagram. All right. So, yeah. So, this game is fun. Now, it has some downsides if you guys are looking to get into it. The book itself is only about $20, okay? But it works best if you buy the templates, and those are $20. And then you got to buy the dice, and those are $20. So it's kind of a thing. It really is kind of a thing. And of course, finally, we have a game that I was into. Well, we've got a couple of other games, but one game is Skirmish, one game is Army. And yeah, now the next couple of games I'm looking at are straight up from the same game company. All right. And this next one, this next one, it's relatively new. I got it when it first came out. A little more expensive than the other games, all right? But I've done my time. I've put the stuff in. Let's see if I can find the... No. Okay, yeah. And products, thank you. That's all I want. I don't want the new stuff. There we go. And we're talking Marvel's Crisis Protocol. Yeah. Can't hear me again? Oh, no. Hey, what's going on? J Cobra. No, these are not D20 RPGs. These are tabletop minis games that I am going to be putting together teams for and filming battle reports for that are going to be on the Patreon. And then a couple of weeks after I get them off on the Patreon, I'll be putting them on the standard YouTube channel. By the way, welcome to the YouTube channel. Yeah, so Marvel Crisis Protocol is a very fun game, all right? I started playing the game when it first came out, but I came across the wrong crowd when it came to play, and I said, you know what? I'm swearing off this game. I'm done, because as soon as people start trolling me with following me to my Facebook website, saying a bunch of rude things, interrupting conversations, and giving me a bunch of winks, yeah, I know exactly what that is. So I stopped playing the game entirely, okay? But when I do that, I rob myself of fun. So I'm going to start playing. I'm just not going to join any online groups to talk about them, all right? Except for this one, of course, because I have the banhammer. But the minis look great. I mean, Doctor Strange and Wong look amazing. Look at these guys. You know, and that is a lot of painting and all that stuff, but I've already done it. I've got that stuff going. You know, I haven't bought Thanos. I have to look through which teams I put together. And of course, finally, okay, the last game that we're looking at, and I'm putting up a poll to see which one of these games you guys would be interested in checking out here on the channel. All right, let's take a look here. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've seen those minis painted really well by a guy named Sorestro. Well, pretty cool. Yeah, there are a lot of really talented miniature painters on YouTube and on Instagram. Like, it's real easy to think that I suck, but then I remember they're my toys. I do what I want. And finally, the final game is actually from a property that we all know. We all know. A lot of us love. A lot of us are over. I ain't here to talk about that kind of thing. But they released a pretty fun game. And that game is Star Wars Legion. All right, from Atomic Mass Games. And this is an army level game, but I can always play smaller amounts, where you can put your favorite Star Wars people against each other, sort of, because in this game, Your named character has a bunch of mooks with them, and they're trying to accomplish things. So, if you want Cad Bane will be going out there with maybe some ARC troopers or some other Mandalorians, or Lando will have a bunch of rebels, or Chewbacca will take a whole bunch of Wookiees. All right. So I've always had this idea of Yoda. I've always had this idea of Yoda taking a bunch of Ewoks and redoing the end of Return of the Jedi the way that I wanted to see it as a kid. Who knows? Might be able to do that. Let's see. Zan is asking the question, does MCP have a Madison mini? Madison? Which team is she with? Because I really don't know. I've been out of MCP for a while. So let's see. Madison. That would be a no. No, they don't, unfortunately. I don't know what it is. Every time I bring up something, you guys always ask, like, I think you guys are trolling me. That's what I think it is. I think you guys look up stuff and then go, yeah, I'm looking at that. And, yeah, I see everything that's available, so I'm going to ask this guy if they have the thing I don't see on the list. No, the group hasn't come up with milestone characters except for Static. They haven't come up with Icon or Man-O-War or Rocket. But they have come up with a lot of stuff that the company that produced the game didn't. So, yeah. She's from the sea. Oh, that Madison. You're killing me, man. You're killing me, Smalls. No, she's not a figure that will distract Wong by watching Real Housewives. Yeah, Legion is cool. Oh, you're painting an Imperial Assault. Awesome. Very awesome. So, yeah. So these are the games that I'm thinking about starting up. So I am going to see if I can do this properly. Yes. Poll. There we go. So, which game? And this poll is here on Twitch, but leave a comment on YouTube and on Instagram. And if Neon will put we'll put a link to the Discord up in the chat after I'm done putting the poll. Then I'll put that on YouTube. Which game would you like to see me prep for and film a battle report for? Oh boy. Which game would you like to see me prep and film? So, we are looking at Grimdark, future/fantasy. Oh. Carnivale. Let's see. DC Minis. Frostgrave. Stargrave. Or, okay, let me just... Osprey stuff. Okay, we're going to do the poll by companies. All right? Because there are too many games. So, OPR. TT Combat. Carnivale. Night Models. Oh, wait. Night Models. Osprey. This is so much better. Night Models, Osprey, or Atomic Mass. There we go. I'll allow additional votes, and we're going to set this up for 10 minutes. Okay? There we go. Hey! Joe Brakai. Joe Brakai never dies. So you came over here on Twitch. Awesome. So yeah, the poll is up. And yeah, there we go. All right. By the way, what's going on, Daryl? Don't think I have forgotten about you, bro. I see that you're here, and I appreciate that you are here. All right. So seriously. So now that we've got the thing going, Joe Burkai's like, Stargrave! You know. So whichever one wins the poll, all right, the first thing we're going to do, okay, because we're going to prep for that today here on the show, all right? I spent the first hour or so going through all this stuff, and then we're going to go through, thank you so much, Neon, for the Discord thing. Oh, Madison. Yeah, now I got it. So we're going to go through, there we go. We're going to go through the building up of the teams and probably come up with some sort of scenario unless we play one of the scenarios from the books that these games came in. Okay? All of them have playthrough stuff. Now, I'm not going to lie. I've got preferences, but first, I want you guys to name one of the companies, all right? One of the companies, because only TT Combat, of the companies that are there, TT Combat only has one game that I follow, all right? Everyone else has multiples. So, with the multiple games that are being followed and all that stuff, I know, Joe Burkai is already, or is it Hoberkai? I'm not sure. But yeah, Hoberkai is also all about the Stargrave. So they have already voted Osprey and Cobra Kai. So yeah. And again, these are poll points. Yeah, hopefully you should be able to put your vote in there for all that stuff. Now, again, the easiest way for me to film this stuff, because this is what it takes to make a battle report. All right, guys? Got to play through the game. However, for a good one, the quality that I am looking for, okay? Every single move pretty much has like 4 shots, which means I have to move the camera around, and the cameras that I use have got to be cell phone cameras, just to make sure that they're small enough to get on the board and get me the close-up shots that I want and all that jazz. Of course, building the assets to say like, hey, this happened, and what this is means this, you know, for my cut-ins and all that stuff. And who knows? I may do cutaways of myself talking like a reality show type of thing, going, you know, when I was originally there, we just had to do this. I'm gonna knock them out round 1. God's lessons are so beautiful. But I also don't want to put too much of the cart in front of the horse, okay? Because part of filming a battle report isn't just showing the game. When I first started wanting to do this, I'm just going to put this out there right now. Most of my close friends are cynical and jaded. So I wanted to put together an entertaining battle report, and they just wanted me to put a camera over a table and just straight up film. Just straight up film gameplay without any sort of guide for the audience watching. And one of the things that I have to keep in mind is A, if someone decides to watch this and they have no idea about this game, will they be able to keep up with it? And that takes a lot of editing and a lot of writing, okay? And a lot of habits during the game. One of the things I love about my 2 favorite battle report people is that they are playing the game and they are really playing Warhammer 40K. But even with all of their cheeky comments and stuff, they say, this guy is attacking this guy, we're using this weapon, and then they start rolling the dice and they're like, I need this to succeed. I need 4s. I need 3s. I got 2 or 3 3s and all that stuff. And that actually requires a lot of discipline. It's one of the reasons that I haven't been filming battle reports, because my gamer friends don't want to learn how to do it, and my film friends don't want to learn how to play these games. So yeah, it's a little bit of a paradox. So, in the words of the supervillain that I don't like very much, fine, I'll do it myself. And I will be putting these things up on the Patreon at the $5 tier, primarily because this is going to take a lot and I may have to hire an editor. I hope I don't. I really hope I don't. I'm trying to refine my filming technique to where I don't have to do much cutting. All right. I've been building the assets for a couple of these games for quite a few years, and I want to make sure that they're good and all that stuff. And I don't want to use AI because, well, how can I put it? People frown on that thing, and I'm not getting into the AI discussion. Okay. I have a lot of friends who are creatives, and the only thing I have to say to my friends who are creatives is, don't crap on us. Don't crap on us for having to use AI when we can't afford to hire you, regardless of how much we want to. That kind of puts us in the position of not doing the thing until we find money to do the thing, but we try and make money by doing the thing. You see what I mean? Let's take a look. So we've got one poll member for Carnivale, one for Stargrave. Hopefully, Joe Burkai, you've been watching here on Twitch long enough to actually be able to vote in the poll. There we go. Reloading that page. All right, there we go. And Daryl, you can put your thing and you can put your message in the thing as well, and I'll keep that in mind. So yeah, so that's kind of the thing. I'm also now I was thinking of dedicating one film day a week to painting and terrain building. Kind of a paint and hang kind of thing. But if I do that, I don't know. I don't know. One of the things that stops me from doing that is I want to put on Twitch and I want to paint and I want to hang with people in the chat while I'm painting and all that stuff. But if people don't show up, then I'm kind of here talking to myself like a crazy person. And I'm not a big fan of talking to myself like a crazy person. All right. At least not on public record. So that's one of the things that I'm thinking about. Let me know if that's something that you guys would actually be interested to check out. Because honestly, I like the idea. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. We're at a third. We're at third. All right. This is some good stuff. I'm checking out my users in the chat and all that stuff. So, of course, I'm not voting. So, yeah, that is something that would be kind of cool for us to do. I don't know. I need you guys to let me know. If you guys want some painting tutorials. Now, I primarily do slap chop, so there's not a whole lot to do. I could do other techniques. I just don't like to. And I know I say that a lot, but here's the thing. I want to be more entertaining for you guys, and fun is contagious, okay? And I don't have fun doing a lot of the classic painting techniques. My self-esteem on that was just shot through the floor because when I first started painting miniatures, I was really surrounded by, like, I was the only person in my gaming group that hadn't gone to art school. I am not joking. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see how that's going. I will let you guys know that every single one of these games that I put up on the poll is a game that I actually really like. Okay? I like all of these games. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have spent all my money. Hello, Madam Mendez. How you doing? Hang on. Oh wait. No, I'm not turning off commenting. So yeah, I'm putting that stuff up. And again, if you guys aren't here on Twitch, that's perfectly fine. Just leave your comments on whatever thing that you are doing, whatever platform you're watching on. And sure enough, I will take that into consideration. But as I said, whatever game you guys vote for, how long is left in this poll? Oh wait, chat has stopped due to the scrolls. So what was the poll result? No, I don't want chat and event beta. Ooh, okay. Well, it looks like we got a three-way split, y'all. Yeah. It really looks like we got a three-way split between Carnivale, something from OPR, and Stargrave. Cool. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to do a new poll. Of those three, all right, which game would you like me to prep for? We are going to go Grimdark Firefight, Fantasy Skirmish. Ooh, that ain't great. Carnivale. And Stargrave. We're starting the poll. There we go. New poll, guys. New poll. All right, this is round two. Round two of the polling. Oh, didn't put spaceship battles on there. Yeah, didn't put spaceship battles on there. Oops. All right. If you want me to do spaceship battles, just vote for Grimdark Firefight and put a number next to your name in the chat, Neon. Yeah, so these are the things that I'm kind of looking at. And yeah, let me redo this doc. Give me a chat. Boop. There we go. And let's check YouTube. Okay. Yeah. So, that's definitely one of the things. So yeah, these are the stuff that's there. Kind of sad that Gaslands, Crisis Protocol, and DC Universe were knocked off the list, but I can understand. Oh, the poll isn't letting you vote. Interesting. Hang on. Well, I'm just going to put that there for you. Yeah, current poll. Let me see if I can manage this poll here. I'm viewing the results. of the current poll. That's weird. Well, you know what? There's so few people here. Just put your comment here in the chat. What's that? Wizards and Scrolls are a standard duo? I have no idea what you mean by that. So far we've got one for Stargrave and one for Space Battles. And let's check the other platform here. How's it going to you guys watching on YouTube? How you doing? I want live chat and participants. Everybody in here. Who's all in here? Alright, let me just give a hello. Of course I like talking to you guys. Of course I like saying hello. Alright. Nope, going forward there. See. Ah, okay, thank you. Yeah, I need to stop scrolling. That's cute. Yep. And it looks like this year I'm going to have to do another GoFundMe campaign. I'm not looking forward to that. I'll tell you guys a little bit about it as more mail comes in. But let's just say taxes are not fun. Let's see here. Interesting. And interesting. So, there we go. There we go. Well, the way that things are looking. Yep. The way that things are looking, it's a tie between Grimdark Battles and Stargrave. Okay. So, that being the case, let us see. So, let us go check out Grimdark Future War Fleets. Download the free starter set. Yay! So let's look at the core rules, because they should be fitting on one page. Now, if you guys want to follow along with me, I just put the link in the chat. So yeah, let's see here. I don't want to sign in, I just want to look. Nope, not finding a text. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. The fleets. Players must put together 2 fleets of equal point values. We recommend 300 to 450. Forced organizations, 1 hero per 200 points, okay. Battlefield, it's space. 2d3 objectives, you get what that is. Okay, you get squadrons, light ships, medium ships, and heavy ships. Now, how do we move? You can pivot 180 degrees, 90 degrees, and 45 degrees, which means, for this game, you don't need anything but a protractor. And that is pretty awesome. Nope, not a bot. Now, your squadrons, they can move up to their speed value and all that stuff. Ships must move straight by their full speed value. Overlapping. Now, if a ship would end its move overlapping another ship, gotta stay 1 inch away. You can ram. You've got shooting. And there you go. So, let's head on and check out Army Forge. Now, Army Forge is the one-page rules thing where you can build your own battleship, or where you can build your armies. So, let's see here. Ratmen clans. Let's see what we can do. to create a list. A heavy ship. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to do this a different way. Yeah, I'm going to do this a different way. There we go. Ah. Here we are. I was just being blinded by that light, and I want to make sure that you guys can read it. So let's create a 300-point list. And there we go. So, Rat King, Rat Queen. I'm going to go for the Queen, because why not? So let's see. Yep. She's got the Rat Pack special rules. This ship's turret gets +1 to hit and +1 strength. Uh-huh. Do I still have quality and defense and all that stuff? Yep. Cool. Move, evade, tow. All right, sweet. Let's see here. Yep. Okay. Cool. So, what do we need? We need Tangle ships. Turret run, still Rat Pack. 6-inch move, 9-inch cruise, a 3-up evade, and toughness 3-up. Cool. And let's get a couple of tooth ships. These are a lot of boats. Let's see. Experiment Squadron. That looks fun. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's get these guys out of here. Tangle ship. Yeah, you can get out of there. Yeah. Let's try this again from the start. So. Ships. I want the Rat King ship. There we go. And ooh, a destroyer ship. I will take that. I have no clue. This is actually one of the games I've not played. Let's go for a Corvette, because I like Corvettes. And let's get a cruiser too. Got 30 points left. 30 points. What are we going to do for 30 points? Because this stuff looks cool. Looks like we're going to need a couple of squadrons. Ooh, Suicide Squad. 1, 2, 3. All right, there we go. Let's take a look here. Now, I don't want them in card form. I like tables. All right. So I've got a Rat King ship, a cruiser, a destroyer, a Corvette, an experimental squadron, and 3 suicide squads. Now, let's take a look at these special rules. The first time this model takes damage, it takes +1 damage. Ooh! Oh, each round. Oh my god. This ship's turret gets +1 to hit and +1 to strength. Alright, cool. Now, let's print this up. And we'll save that to a PDF as well. We'll just documents. Now we'll put it on the desktop. New folder. OPR ships. Army forwards. Rats. There we go. And now, who should our rats fight against? Waiting for somebody to say something. Who should our rats fight against? You know what? Let's put them against the rebels. Yeah, rebels. Create list, 300 points, done. Yeah, let's make a tanker. Nope. Let's make a cargo ship. And give them a cruiser. Give them a gunship squadron. Fighter squad. Whoa, hey. That's different. Aha. I want to create a new list. Boom. Rebel fleets. Create a list. 300 points. Create list. Oh, I've got to take everything off. Remove. 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 Hmm. Well, let me just reload this page. Oh. Let's try that again. Okay, well, it looks like we're picking another game because for the first time in a while, well, let's see. All right, so, let's see who was coming up next. Well, Stargrave was another one. So, here's the question. With Stargrave, what TV show am I emulating? Are we talking Babylon 5? Are we talking Firefly? Are we talking Star Trek? Hit me with what sci-fi show really hits you guys. Oh my god, it's after 5. I didn't realize I'd been on for this long. Let me double check here. All right. Well, it looks like showing you guys all that stuff ate up my time. So I guess we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to fix all that stuff up. And who knows, maybe by then my equipment will be working better. So, if you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, well, you guys can totally hit me up at backinthedeck@gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK@gmail.com. You can hit me up also on the Discord. I believe this is not the invitation. So let's see if I can find it from where Neon posted it a little earlier today. There we go. Look at that. Copy. There we go. I've pasted that down there in the comments. Just feel free to hit us up on that. Thank you guys for watching me on Instagram. Thank you guys for watching me here on Twitch. And I want you guys to have a very decent rest of your day. And remember, if anybody tells you that y'all can't like what you like because of the circumstances of your birth, be it race, religion, creed, gender identity, sexual orientation, disability, or your budget, you can just look them dead in the windows of their soul and tell them to take any of those cards and put them back in the deck. I'm Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, saying thank you guys, and we will see you next time on the dark side of the room.